But fortunately, yeah, despite getting hit with a community strike, we are still here. I will show you. I did show it earlier in that video that you probably watched, but I'll tell you what I want to show you is how I actually appealed it. Let me see if I can find that one a minute. Yeah, normally, as I stated, bear with me a sec. Yeah, normally I'll say something along the lines of, come on, all I'm doing is sharing my personal opinion. How can you say this is medical misinfo? But that's never worked. This time I thought I would try it a bit different, and I actually said, look, I'm going to remove part of this video. I do understand, if you give me the opportunity to, I will remove part of this video. And it seemed to work. While they did not reinstate the video, they did at least put the, they removed the community strike, meaning I'm still able to live stream. Otherwise I'd have to be doing it over on my other channel. Let me just share what I wrote. That isn't it. Who knows, right? Yeah, the one subject we will cover in the first half of the stream. Greetings to Susan Byrne. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, I used to be subscribed to a guy. I can't for the life of me remember his name. He seemed like a fairly ordinary YouTuber. He didn't have, particularly large amount of subscribers or followers. Anyway, just the other day, I think my wife had the BBC News on, or ITV News, some rubbish like that I generally can't stand shit. Just turn it off normally when I come into the room. But yeah, on this occasion it was someone, and I recognised the voice, and it happened to be talking on the news, this guy who I used to be subscribed to. To be honest, here's what I wrote in the appeal. To be honest, I can't actually remember his name, unfortunately, but he will come up in the subject we're going to look at tonight. Right, I'm going to read out how I appealed to YouTube. If any of you also like to upload videos, if you cover any subjects that that the World Health Organization don't agree with, then you can expect to be hit with a strike, have your videos taken down, not be allowed to live stream. That's just the way it goes. Right, so just okay, here we go. Right. Yeah, this was basically, if you're not familiar, this is how whenever you get hit with a strike, you have to go into your YouTube account and say whether or not you want to appeal. On this occasion, I went with, normally I don't bother, half the time I think, well, once they hit you with a strike, are you just tempting, are you just drawing more attention to yourself by appealing? However, on this occasion, I said, having watched this video, I will, if able, trim off the first 12 minutes of this video, as well as the last 20, having deemed the content not suitable. If the video is reinstated, I'll keep it on private, and this is the second part of what I wrote. I'll keep it on private until the trimming has finished processing. Thank you for taking the time to review my content. Yeah, I thought I'd approach them with a different, come at them with a slightly different angle this time, and it looks like it worked. And yeah, I got this back. We've reviewed your content carefully. We won't be putting your content back up on YouTube. However, we've removed the strike from your channel because we found this violation of our policies to be less severe than we originally thought. As I said, they must have returned this. They must have reviewed my video in about 20 minutes. So I don't believe they reviewed it that carefully. But who knows? Right, I'll go and have a look at the first subject. To be honest, well, one thing I might also do is last week I left a comment on, I'm just going to leave a tweet on YouTube, actually, on Twitter, sorry. Bear with me while I just do that. Anyway, the video that got taken down, which was a live stream from 2021, March 2021, in which the one of frequent commenter, one of my subscribers, Random Games, left a comment on the came in and joined us. It was an open lines, something I do occasionally, and yes, I have now uploaded the first half of that live stream, an unedited video, an edited version, and it can now be watched over on 153 News. Sorry, let me just make this tweet. So I've got another cat wanting to come in. It will give me an opportunity to check my audio sounds alright as well. Bear with me. Okay, cat duty's hopefully done for now. Right. Yeah, if anyone wants to do likewise and share this video on social media, it'd be appreciated. Right. Please tune in and say hi. Okay, right, I'm going to share my screen and we will look at the first subject that I wish to cover. Over in the United States, sometime last year, we heard about people protesting about Drag Time Story Hour. I mean, is there anything, are any of these news stories ever actually new? Is it not just something they've repeated, like from another country? Pro and anti-protesters clash outside library hosting Drag Queen Story Hour event. Would you believe it? The camera crew and the police were there in force, so there must have been a fair bit of planning into what took place. Anyway, a Drag Queen Story Hour saw clashes between opposing groups of protesters in the latest row over the controversial event. The event with performer Ada HD at Welling Library in southeast London saw the showdown between the factions. Protesters including, let me just check my screen's lined up a second. Yep, should be able to read that. Protesters including those who believed the story time should go ahead and others who thought it was corrupting young minds. Despite the furore, the session happened as planned, with a great deal of promotion, of course, by this news story. A picture was later posted of the act, wow, that sounds suspect, with those who had taken part in the session. Drag Queen Story Hour UK is a project run by 27-year-old Sab Samuel, who performs as Ada HD, wearing multicoloured sequined outfits with a red wig and heavy makeup. We do find out that apparently Ada HD works in the adult film industry. Does that mean... Oh, I thought this was an interesting one. I'm not sure how well you can see it. Two protesters. Don't they look fairly familiar? On the one hand, they're saying drag queens are for adults only, not for children. And then right underneath you've got this person looking pretty much identical, saying drag queens welcome in Welling. What's she doing? Flipping that bit of paper? Depending on what... Yeah, I mean, look, you can see this person's got a black top underneath that red thing. Has she got a wristwatch? We can't see her arm. We might see her in a minute, anyway. Yeah, here she is on the one hand, protesting for people's rights to watch trans talking at a library. And is that the same person again? Who knows? Who knows? They look slightly suspect to me. Yeah, I would really like to remember the name of the... Oh, goodness me. Would that not give any child nightmares? That's absolutely horrifying. Mr. Samuel is touring Britain across the summer with almost 70 events in 20 areas, including Bristol, Cornwall, Oxfordshire and Portsmouth, and they've just been given a heck of a lot of promotion and publicity. The event. The events in Welling are the latest controversy over the tour, which has become a culture war flashpoint. Divide and conquer, of course. A protester was arrested on Thursday amid clashes in Bristol. Groups both staged demonstrations outside Henley's Library in Bristol, where they were due to read it to children at 11 a.m. I bet it was delayed by 11 minutes, perhaps, and they had to instead start reading at 11 minutes past 11. Wouldn't that be typical? Yeah, the event attracted large groups protesting. We've already told us that. Around 15 people demonstrating and claimed the performer was illegally grooming children. One protester even said they planned to put Ida under citizen's arrest. What a joke. This is the guy. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with him. I don't want to say I was suspect. Can we watch this video?
The police pushing me out.
Yeah, him here. I can't remember his name. I wonder if any of you guys out there remember him, because I'm not sure whether he was recommended to me or he subscribed to me or something, but I definitely subscribed to him for a bit before thinking, I don't know. I don't want to say the guy seems like a shill, but who knows. Yeah, it's unfair. I don't know for sure he is. But he got himself on the Mail Online, which isn't impossible, of course. Right, hang on. Hopefully you can hear this. Let me just check.
Out of the way when we try to facilitate the arrest, but you know, we'll keep trying. Absolutely, absolutely. If I'm not at these events for these good people, there will be a contingent from the good citizens of the United Kingdom who are against this kind of grooming of children. Yes, yes. All over the country, yes.
I'm not sure if you can hear what he's saying. It's really... Yeah, I can barely hear it. Hang on one sec. I think I know what I've got to do. Hopefully we can make the audio a bit better. Ooh, audio output. Would this be it? Right, let's... Okay, we're going to try listen to that again now. Hopefully it'll be better. Let's see. It was only 28 seconds we missed anyway. Right, hang on.
The police pushing me out of the way when we try to facilitate the arrest, but you know, we'll keep trying. Absolutely, absolutely. If I'm not at these events and these good people, there will be a contingent from the good citizens of the United Kingdom who are against this kind of grooming of children. Yes, yes. All over the country, yes.
So you cancelled citizen's arrest?
That was the plan. Yeah, but the police have foiled that every attempt we've tried so far.
And is you any warnings or?
No. Well, they did say that if we laid our hands on him, they would arrest us. Which is, I guess, a warning. But we didn't get that close to it.
Especially an official suspect.
Okay, that audio is pretty horrific, so I'm actually going to mute it and we'll just watch it. Yeah, I'll say about that guy, I can't remember for the life of me his name, but every time he started his videos, he sort of did like a Michael Caine impression where he said, "Hi, my name's Michael Caine," in sort of like a Cockney London accent, but perhaps that is genuinely his name. I'm not sure. Yeah, on the one hand, I say well done to him. I mean, he disagrees with Drag Time Story Hour, so he wants to go and protest. It's certainly more than I've done to stop people doing these sorts of things, but one, did it solve anything? Did it get any results? No. All it really did was heighten the promotion around these story hours, making sure that they get a mention in the mainstream press. And also that guy, I'll show you him again, he just reminds me of a police officer or some kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say one of them, maybe that's unfair. But yeah, if any of you know him, then... Oh. Yeah, if any of you are familiar with him, I'd be curious to know your opinions. Right, should we watch the dramatic moment the protesters clash with no volume? Right, hang on. Okay, all looks pretty peaceful, just people sat on a wall. Yeah, see, my first thoughts would be these are staged. Now, remember what we've said in the past, if you haven't watched it, whenever you get, like, now I'm not saying all these people are crisis actors, but in the event that you have what they call crisis actors, what you have to look out for is people always wearing the same colours. Everyone wears black or maybe white, with one person wearing either red or blue. And now the red signifies they're like a director of the scene. I think blue signifies that they're going to play an important part in it. So is this just rent a mob? Come down, we need a news story, we need to see protesters clashing, get people's blood boiling, get them emotionally involved in our bullspit mainstream media story, and perhaps they'll start believing it. We'll see what comes up in this video. I think this was in Bristol, or something happened in Bristol. It's just people sat on a wall. Oh, there's your director. That man there is your director in the red. Maybe not all of them are what you would call crisis actors. I'm not sure, who knows. But obviously when some of it's like an LGBT thing, their very thing is wearing the colours of the rainbow, so that might not have worked too well in this situation. Yeah, it looks very peaceful, doesn't it? Anyone, I don't know if you can see this guy with his hood up and his face covered. Actually, they've all got their face covered, haven't they? I could try and put a bit of volume up, but... Oh, I'll get hit with a strike for using... Oh, that's Pink Floyd, isn't that one brick in the wall? Here are the disappointed parents that wanted to... I mean, this is obviously before it's even happened, because none of them are blocking the entrance. I mean, people could just go in if they wanted. Okay, who knows? Crossing is harmless, drag is art. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually see, as of yet, the reason anyone got arrested for this. BPM Media. Not sure who they are. Yep, so the colour coding works out. And at the end of it, this person's story hour gets lots of lots of attention. When I was looking at this earlier, maybe it was a different story. Hang on, what was the other one? I think this is just an identical story, actually. Yeah, it's just people sat on a wall. That's literally it. That's all that happened. All these groups stood opposite each other and just waved their little flags around. But of course, the Getty press were there. Right, I'm not sure if there's many other subjects I'm going to cover tonight. Actually, yeah, last week I went on to Instagram and I left a comment on Bowel Babe's account. I'm curious, I haven't been back on there since, so I'm curious whether or not I got any responses. As far as I know, my channel's still up. Right, I haven't got any notifications that I'm aware of. So, no, because when I left a comment on Ashley Kane's Instagram account saying that they're stealing all the money, it was this one I commented on. No idea if my comment is still on there. I think it was this one anyway. Yeah. Either they took it off or it just never got read by anyone. I don't know if there's any way where you... Oh, there we go. Yeah, as if this happens in real life. All staged, money-making propaganda. But yeah, no one's liked it, no one's replied, so... Hey-ho. Yeah, good way if ever you want to... What's the Discover one? I can't even remember now. I think it's this one. Yeah, quite often they will show celebrity posts. Those two, are they pointing out this person, how much these two people look like each other? I'm not sure. Yeah, you often get, or I used to quite often find fake baby pictures. Here we go, this is, oh right, do you know who I thought that was? The guy from Foo Fighters. He looks identical. Look at that baby. So this, unbelievably, they made a point of highlighting unbelievably, as if to say it's not believable. Oh, what happened there? Sweet woodland creature of granddaughter has shown the very good taste to join the clan. I'm not going to instantly say... Right, let's have a look. Let's see if we can get a better look at this baby. I'm not going to... Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to instantly call it out as fake, but... I don't know, perhaps it would have to be some of his videos to actually... Okay, nothing so far. Yeah, Instagram is the gift that keeps giving in terms of looking for anything fake, because they always promote celebrities and lots of bullspit babies as well. I'm not sure what we're going to find on this one though. That person doesn't look right, I will just say that, whoever they are. Is this a celebrity couple? Again, I have no idea who these people are. Olivia Bowen. What do we think? Again, I have no idea who Olivia Bowen is. What's the bet? And we see the baby doing absolutely crazy things, or we will see this person jumping up and down while they're supposedly heavily pregnant, doing a photo shoot while they're heavily pregnant, doing some other thing that most heavily pregnant women cannot do. Oh, promoting some product, of course. Why wouldn't you do that? I can't believe Abel was in there all along. No, nor can I, love. I cannot believe that there's a baby in your tummy. If you want to explain away why she has no stretch marks, they all tell your story. Bio Oil UK is a staple item and lots of people's body and skincare routines, and basically it's just using her pregnancy, just like all these celebrities, to promote her supposed using her supposed pregnancy to promote a fake baby. Again, no idea who this person is. Just going to see if we see any telltale signs that things aren't what they seem. I'm sure we'll see her doing something ridiculous in a minute. Like standing on one knee, jumping up and down. Mudlark digging up the Thames, greetings, good to see you in the live chat. They always seem to have to hold the bump up as well, that's another thing. She spent a week... Oh, right. Yes, posed for lots of pictures, of course, while pregnant. Do you believe this is a genuinely pregnant woman? Those hips, I'm sorry, would you call that hips? Waist comes down at a pretty sharp angle. Big wide jaw, of course. Big wide forehead. Right, we'll see if there's any, and of course they put every detail of their child out on social media. Let's see if we can see a 1-week-old baby doing handstands or something. That's normally what they show us. I'll just have a quick watch of this video with no audio. Gross. We don't. Who cares? Do they really feel the need to show us that? Right. Okay, no. Oh, there we go. Heavily pregnant, standing on one leg. Didn't I tell you that we'd see it? We always do. Yeah. Swollen ankles? No, not me. This person has no problem prancing around. I don't know how pregnant they're supposed to be. 11 weeks ago, so yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you can't see, that is a man in drag. This person could easily attend Storytime Drag Hour, or whatever they used to call it. Mudlark says, I was watching the women's Euro final. Who was it? I'm not followed any of that. I'm not familiar. Was it good, Mudlark? And who won it? And did it look fixed? That would be my other question, because I'm a firm believer that all those sporting events are fixed, especially on BBC. Yeah, that isn't a pregnant woman. Not a chance. This post was to promote Love Leggings Official, of course. Any more ridiculous videos? What, horse riding while she's pregnant? Maybe not. Perhaps not. Well, I am curious to see if we'll see the baby like lifting its head up or something silly. But not so far. Yeah. But why not take advantage of your change in your baby and use it to promote some terrible product from Owlet Care UK? Okay. Yeah, actually, just going back to what we were talking about, story time, Drag Hour story time. If I go onto my Twitter account, oh, did I not? Yeah, I think I did tweet. I'll just go to my profile, check I showed this on Twitter. I believe I have. Okay, tweets, media, it should be under. Yeah, I saw a copy of a letter that School Diversity Week, and this is a genuine letter from a school, and I'm not sure if this is quite what they were talking about or not, but this week children will be learning about diversity, and then it also says about children's authors in our Storytime session and LGBT plus inclusive subject lesson. I wonder if that was some link to Storytime, I don't know. Rainbow Friday, as I remember, being a kid, Rainbow was often, the Rainbow rooms were the special needs rooms. I doubt they have such thing now. The Rainbow Room, if you go to a school now and it has a Rainbow Room, it's probably something much more, probably more to do with promoting that child, well, encouraging the child to take part in a hormone treatment plan. I'm not too sure. Right, a sports report from our correspondent, Mudlark. England won 2-1, beat Germany. Germany's best player was out injured, sustained during training. Looked genuine, but very convenient that Germany's best player was out. Mudlark. What I have learnt about footballers is, for one thing, I question whether they really are paid as much as they report. What a great way of avoiding tax by telling the tax office, oh yeah, we're paying our players, millions of pounds a month each, so we can't obviously pay tax. Who knows? But yeah, one of the reasons I'm sure they're well paid individuals. One of the reasons they are so well paid is because they are incredibly good footballers. I don't know about the women's sport, but I have seen men's sport where I'm convinced that the football they play, it all just seems fixed. I used to enjoy football. I used to follow it quite closely right up until about 2019, I think it was. Maybe even before that. And that's when I realised all the really high-profile football games look pretty fixed to me. But who knows? I didn't watch the Women's World Cup, so I can't comment on that one. Right, we're going to be going into the second half of this stream soon. Games night will begin. As I said in my earlier live stream, it is basically like pairs, if you've ever played pairs, but there is a bit of a twist to it. Hang on. Mudlark says, I think women's sports are being promoted heavily to encourage women to spend their most fertile years playing sport and not having children and getting married. Possibly. I'll tell you what we will do, actually. We will have a look at some of the big names in women's sport. And, you're no doubt, I wouldn't doubt there's some agenda they've got for wanting people to dedicate their life to football or some such event. I think, as always, half the sports people that make it really big. Let's have a look at the England team, alright? And we'll also look in that game whether any of the numbers come up. England women's team. I expect it would have been one of the top stories on BBC Sport, wouldn't it? Okay. Yeah. Obviously, women's football has never massively taken off here in the United Kingdom. I believe it's bigger in other parts of the world, but this, I think, is the sort of thing which will be used to promote it, basically. Okay, this, if I had to look closely at one of these and say they're not the most feminine person I've ever seen, then it would obviously be this one here with the great big long arms and the long face and the very masculine looking physique. Susan says, how many are real women? Exactly. Good question. That is what we're going to have a look at now. I'll just open this screenshot a minute. This one, I mean, obviously these performers take, performance enhancing drugs, for example, isn't automatically like illicit products, isn't automatically products that are illegal. Apparently, sports scientists, or that's not the right name, but sports researchers will look for any loophole they can, say if there's a product like anabolic steroids, for example, they will find a way of changing it just enough so that it's then legally allowed to be taken. So a lot of these supposedly women are no doubt taking steroids one way or another. Which one is Millie Bright? We'll have a look at them. And Mudrock says that's Jill Scott. She's 6 foot tall. Yeah, I bet she is. I wouldn't be too surprised to find out some of these people have growth suppressants as well. Hormone suppressants. Right, England, Germany. Alex Pop had been in... Oh, Alex Pop, sorry. Yeah, nice boy's name there. In the warm-up and wouldn't be playing. The Wolfsburg striker with 59 goals from 119. Yeah, I want to find out when they scored. Like, was it the 22nd minute or the 33rd minute? Or losing any player 10 minutes before kick-off is a big unwelcome distraction. To lose a player of Pop's quality only makes... Okay. Women belong wherever they want to be. Even in the men's toilet of Wetherspoons, I can tell you that. I have known women join... I've seen women going into the men's toilets of Wetherspoons during Pride Week or whatever it was. Not the most masculine man you'll ever see in that picture just there. Wembley. So was it played in this country, I'm guessing? Right, 11 minutes left to play. They found a route through. So, 79th minute then, I'm guessing, was some of the goals. Okay, we'll try and find the team. And we'll maybe look up some of the individual players. None of these look particularly feminine, I've got to say. Right, who was the name? Millie Bright. We'll look for that one. Oh. No, we won't. Oh, here we go. What I will say... Yeah, that looks to me like a wig they're wearing there. I will make that point. Their forehead looks very flat, actually. Of course, nothing that can't be done with a good piece of prosthetics or wigs or something. Any other suggestions? We've seen Jill Scott. NR says, I agree with you, Susan. Are they all women? It was played in England, final at Wembley. Thank you for that info. Karen Carney. Okay, that's not a footballer. And then, of course, you don't have to look too closely. I mean, if we look at men's football, the obvious one, of course, is Raheem Sterling. Well, I say he's obvious. He looks obvious to me. something's definitely not right about this guy. We did look at him the other week. I remember someone last week mentioned Messi looking a bit suspect. Hang on. Ooh. Lionel Messi. And then, to be honest, so maybe it's because I've seen this guy. He's probably got an implant in his forehead to give him a sloping brow rather than a flat one. I believe he is quite short as well. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of unusual looking footballers, I will say that. Right, okay, yeah, we're gonna, in a minute, it's 9 o'clock coming up to, so I'm gonna take like a 2-minute quick break, and then we're gonna come back and play the, I know what we'll play, hopefully while I'm just taking my quick 2-minute is the video I put up on 153 News. Yeah, this is the intermission. If you want to go and grab yourself a drink, use the toilet, get yourself ready, and then when we come back, we'll be playing Twisted Pairs, if anyone wants to take part in that. I hope so. We'll see. I mean, we haven't got a huge... yeah. Right, where's my vid? I'm sure it's... Here we go. Yeah, this is a live stream from March 2021. We'll play maybe 5 minutes of it. I'll just put a little notice up on my screen a minute. Oh. I will leave a link to this in the live chat. Right, bear with me a second. I want to just write our notes. Back in a minute. Oh no, right. Sorry, 1 second. We're getting there. Back in a minute. Yeah, give us, as I say, give us a few minutes, and when we come back, we will be, we'll be playing Twisted Pairs. Okay, right. I'm going to mute my microphone for a second, and yeah, I'll see you in a sec. All right. Thanks to well, before we do this, I will say thanks to Mudlark Digging Up the Thames, NR, and Susan Byrne for taking the time to say hello in the live chat. Yeah, if you want to take part in game night, then yeah, stick around. Okay, see you in a sec. I'll be back in 5. Answer it. I'm gonna play a video now. This is a what does he say next? You guys might want to be aware of it if you just want to have a stab in the dark at answering it.
Do you ask everyone this question, or not? No, I'm really funny because I am again. I'm a massive. So one of these things that not that many people know about me. So
Okay, can anyone guess what he says next? Maria, well done. Maria has answered the question correctly. That guy's called Rishi, isn't it? I don't actually know his second name. Yeah, that's the type of question. If you want to have a go at answering the next one. Yeah, this is in lieu of a quiz. I'm not going to do a quiz night, every Sunday, sorry. I'm trying to do a regular live stream on a Sunday evening. So we will play that video of, I'm guessing he's a Chancellor of the Exchequer, because we'll play the rest of that video so we can get it in context.
Do you prefer Coke or Pepsi?
Do you ask everyone this question, or not? No, I'm really funny because I'm a massive. So one of these things that not that many people know about me. So I collect Coca-Cola things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm a Coke addict. Total Coke addict. Yeah. Coca-Cola addict.
Yes.
Just for the record. Just for the record. Just be totally clear. I am a Coca-Cola addict. I have 7 fillings to show for it. Yes, exactly. I'm getting in trouble, but no. So I generally do have 7 fillings because I got through a lot of the stuff when I was young, which is very bad. So people should don't do that. But I now have one a week. I'm only allowed one a week now. So, but I'm an enormous Coca-Cola fan. Coke. Yes, I would drink no Diet Coke, no Coke Zero, never any Pepsi. Actually, my favourite drink is not even Coke, it's called Mexican Coke. Because you get it's this special Coke, which is the only place in the world where Coke is made with cane sugar rather than high fructose corn syrup. For the people that are really interested in this kind of thing. So if anyone's travelling in Mexico or the southern states of America, you can get Mexican Coke. It tastes amazing, and I thoroughly recommend it. But only one a week, so you don't end up with 7 fillings.
Now I find that a very bizarre statement from Rishi Sunak, thanks Maria for filling us in on the name, who in their right mind during an interview with 2 school kids would suggest that they're a massive Coke addict. Bizarre. Do have a couple of other things where it's almost like guess the situation that's going on. I had a few things I was going to cover this evening. Of course, we've had the budget recently and there was a lot of was it the NHS workers or something? Was it only going to get 1%? I made a video once where I claimed that all this applauding, where everyone went out on a Thursday and applauded the NHS, was in lieu of a pay rise, and it kind of looks like I might well have been correct on that one. Coming out and saying you're a Coke addict in front of 2 school kids reminds me of an interview. I can't remember the name of the MP, but she said something along the lines of do with the NHS budget then, but she kept making all these references to, I'm not sure whether it was rude gestures basically, and she was then forced to apologise because it was called out. Puts into perspective just how seriously these people take their jobs. I would like to find that video actually. Okay, I'm going to put a video clip on. I'm inviting people to tell me what the situation is. There's a couple that I've covered in a video before, and I want to go back and look at a few more things that are really suspect to me. Okay, what we're about to see here is a couple of people I have made videos on the past. You may be familiar with their story. Watch it, it's only a couple of minutes long, and then I invite anyone who wants to tell me what they think this couple's doing or what their situation is based on how they're behaving.
Home and stuff like that, yeah? Then this one said, when we go back home, I want an ensuite bathroom. We've got 3 bathrooms in the house, but the ensuite is my sanctuary. So I said, I ain't going to give you that. You're going to have to work for that. You're going to have to fight for that. You're going to have to take it off me. And she woke up this morning and chose smoke. She said she wanted a race, yeah? So all right then. It's a race for the ensuite bathroom.
Oh, get rid of those people. Yes, right, thank you for your patience. Okay, we are going to be starting in a minute. Twisted Pears, which is pears with a twist. Just give us a few minutes and we'll get started. Right, the game is, if you've ever played Pears, let's see, we'll go over to our board a minute. Yeah, if you've ever played Pears, you'll know that, right, hang on a minute, let me just make sure the live chat gets all the latest, okay. Yeah, I am inviting you guys to take a look at the following pictures. You'll have maybe a minute or so to look at them. And then I would ask you to suggest a couple of numbers like 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, whatever you want, in a short amount of time, and then we will. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna uncover the pictures. I may shuffle them actually just to make it a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I guess it could be hard enough as it is. All right, you've got a minute. Study the pictures on the screen and see. Yeah, and have a look. See if you can see any that might be pairs, and then after that, yeah, just hit comma. Just put a couple of suggestions in the chat. Okay, these are all soap actors. I might do the same with other types of actors. I'm not sure. But yeah, okay. I'll start covering up. I'm not sure if anyone's actually has my numbers right. Hang on. Have I got anyone tuned in that is going to even take part in this? I'll just let me check my figures. Hopefully the stream is working all right. Because, yeah, it looks like literally everyone's tuned off. Typical. Bear with me a minute. Okay. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Thanks, Mudlark. You're supposed to do it with the cards off, but that's fair enough. 3 and 5. Okay. Hang on. You might get on the scoreboard for that one. I'm going to give it to you because I don't think many people are going to take part. We'll see. I could be pleasantly surprised. Okay, 3 and 5. Let's just see. Okay, 3 and 5 is Howie Danes, who plays Delroy Atkinson, and Phil Mitchell. Mudlark, you're on a point. Sorry, you've got a point for that one. As it was the first round, yeah, maximum points, 5 points. Hang on. Standings. Let me just pop your name in. Mudlark, 5 points. Oh, I misspoke your name. Midlark, 5 points. Susan, number 5 and 11. 5 is already taken actually. And then you said 2 and 9. Let's see. Susan said, oh, hang on. Two, which one's 2? Hang on. Yeah, 2 is Shona Platt, and 9 is, hang on, let me find number 9. Which one's number 9? Oh, wrong one. Hang on. Gives you a quick sneak at some of the other ones. Number 9. Brilliant. That is another 5 points now for Susan. Hang on. Oh, wrong one. Perhaps we will be, at this rate, done quicker than I thought. First of all, I'll correct the spelling of Mudlark. Susan Byrne, I'll give you 5 for that as well. In the past, when I've tried to do this sort of thing, it's been an absolute nightmare trying to keep up with scores. So NR 9 and 12, let's see. Sorry, NR 9 has already gone. I will show you 12 though. I believe it's that one. Nope, that's not. Hang on. Okay. 12 is Toya Habib, Georgia Taylor. So by all means, take another stab at anyone. I haven't missed anyone, I hope, have I? 4 and 10. Let's see. Which one's number 4? Okay, 4 is Frank Bardsley, and 10 is it that one? Nope. And 10 is Adi Alahan. Not quite. Right. 4 and 10. Is that right? Okay. We can. Yeah, I can give you a view of the cards again, but it will mean that any correct guesses will go down to only getting 4 points. Okay. Just tidy up the scoreboard a bit. Okay, I will reveal the other cards once again. Maybe I'll shuffle them around just to, I don't know. Right. Yeah, I was also, at the end, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll give you a little comparison of these two people, of the very pairs, and see how much they do look alike. Right, yes, I'm inviting... I'm inviting your any other guesses you might want to have a go with. Right, hang on. Mudlark says, my memory fails me. I wanted to pair the two little boys. Right, okay, we've got, let's see. I'll reveal these cards again. So, number 1, Billy Mayhew. Hang on. Frank Bardsley shouldn't be uncovered, should he? That got confusing. Right. Yeah, well, he is number 4. And who was this guy? So the number 1 card is Billy. The number 4 card is Frank. Number 6 card is Abby. Number 7 is Steve. 8 is Max. Oh, hang on. Ten is Adi. Yeah, it will be 4 points for correct answers on this one, just to let you know now, because it's the second round. Next one is George Shuttleworth, who's the Undertaker in Coronation Street. And the final one is Toya. Right, Susan says 1 and 4. 1, Billy, and 4 is Frank. So, yeah, nice one. Congrats. I'll add 4 onto your points. Actually, I need to... See, this is where it gets confusing, because I have to now remove Mudlark as number 1. Change him to 2. Although, of course, she may... Mudlark may regain their position. Right. One dot. Nine points. Well done. At the moment, of course, I'll see what else has been. Yeah, thanks by the way for playing along. I do appreciate it. I expect there's some out there Right, anyway, let's get back. Mudlark also went with 1 and 4. Sorry, Mudlark, you were beaten to it. Mudlark's now gone with 8, which is max, and 10, which is... Well done, Mudlark. 4 points also. I am hoping NR comes in with a good one. Yeah, NR's... Right, let's see what 6 and 12 is. I know Mudlark did just slightly put it before. I'm going to change the scoreboards at the end of this. Oh no, I'm gonna lose track. This is my problem. Yeah, sorry, Mudlark. You did slightly get your one in first, but as NR is not yet on the scoreboard, that's assuming 6 and 12 is the correct answer. Abby and... yeah, it's Toya, isn't it? Okay, well done both of you. I'll give you both a few points on that one. Meaning 7 and 11. Who wants to go at that? Right, NR, do you think Charlotte Jordan and Julia Goulding never existed? We'll have a look at that in a minute, actually. Because there was another character. Yeah, once you get me started on this, it's going to be difficult for me to stop talking about it. So 4 points. I tell you what, I'm gonna finishing this round. If no one's gonna beat me to it. 7 and I got in there with 7 and 11. Well done. Steve and George. Now, yeah, on the surface, okay. The first ones we will look at Julia Goulding and Georgia Taylor. Sorry, let me get back to the live chat. Charlotte Jordan and Julia Goulding. This one, do I think they never existed? Who knows? To be honest with you, all these people are highly suspect in my book. Right, let's bring them up. Let's take a closer look at a couple of them. I'm gonna... Right, also, of course, I've got to put NR's extra 4 points for getting the last one. Yeah, so very well done. I suppose if people turn up and say, "Oh, I really regret, not getting a chance to play," I guess I could shuffle them all up again and start again. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Yeah, very well done, Susan and Mudlark. And if my scoring isn't all over the place, then yeah, you did extremely well. And also NR, very close. If I try and do this again, we'll see. I don't know. We're going to have a look at the IMDb accounts of some of these actors in a minute and see what you think. Yeah, before, because some of these I've never actually looked that closely at. Goodness sakes. Right, why can't I click on this one? Here we go. Got there in the end. Right. We'll go back to our other screen and have a look at some of them. Bear with me a second. Yeah, thank you for taking part in that, by the way. Right, Shona. Oh, Yeah, okay, this is two of the other people that I was looking at. Simon O'Brien. We'll jump over and have a look at... No, we won't. We'll leave it as it is. This is the guy at the moment who is playing... He's one of the homosexual characters, whether he's gay in real life. Apparently he is 14 years older than the actor Daniel Brocklebank, who plays the gay vicar, of course. But there was just one image on here that really kind of stood out to me. Maybe it was... Where was it? It was this one. Was it this one? And how much he looks like this guy when he was a bit younger. And even now, they just look so similar. Other than Coronation Street, their paths haven't clashed that much. But yeah, can you see what I mean? Why I sort of get the impression that these two are one and the same. Credit where it's due, actually. My wife pointed these two out to me. She said how much they looked alike. Because I'm always... Both got very flat foreheads, you will notice. Not much of a brow ridge going on with either of them. The ears are marginally different. And what about the eye colour? Both got greeny blue eyes. No, actually, this guy's weirdly got one green eye and one blue eye. Have you ever seen that before? I've never noticed that before. Although maybe he got it sorted out, because it isn't always the case. I'm not sure with that one. Yeah, so I hope you can see where I'm coming from on that one. Mudlark, you never watch any soap operas? No, I wish I could say the same thing, but to be honest, yeah, I am a fan of Coronation Street. And what it's mainly become now for me is just catching the doubles. That is almost what I enjoy. We'll go back over onto our pairs and Charlotte Jordan, Julia Goulding. How much do these two look alike? I can't remember who it was now, but there was at one point another character that was in Coronation Street who again looked identical. Yeah, I will. Yeah, here they are. Oh, who was the third one? For the life of me, I cannot remember at the moment. But yeah, this picture particularly, the big wide face, I think just... it's not an obvious one by any stretch, but yeah, the large arms and big foreheads are a giveaway. We'll have a look at their acting history, like IMDb information, if we can find it. Surely she's got one. I know they do claim that some actors just like walk into some of these soaps. None of them had any professional acting experience. Right, when did this one get into it? Born in 1985. I expect they'll say Jordan is a lot younger. We'll have a look. I've both got Wikipedia pages, would you believe? We'll see if any of their acting careers crossed over. Okay, they don't mention when this one was born. 5'1". How tall is Goulding then? If they even tell us that sort of information. 5'6". Okay. Basically the size of a pair of high heels. Right, started in... Yeah, Sarah Goulding is literally credited with Coronation Street. That's all she's ever done, by the look of it. I find that hard to believe when you've got all the professional actors out there and this one actor just walks in off the street and gets a job in Coronation Street. Maybe. Find it hard to believe, right. Whereas Charlotte Jordan goes right back to 2007 in the bill. Started in... Oh no, we haven't got a proper date for when. Started in 2020 in Coronation Street. Goulding started a lot earlier, 2016. I didn't know she'd been in it that long. Right, who else did we look at in that? Ooh. Right, Mudlark says, when I visit my mum, I have to leave the room when she turns on Coronation Street. Could be a coloured contact on. Yeah, maybe it was just something to give him the blinded in the right eye sort of look. Yeah. When I visit my mum, actually, it's the news that I have to put up with. Sometimes she'll put it on from like 6 p.m. all the way up till 7:30, and that can be really painful. But I think, well, she knows that I'm not a fan of it, so she does sometimes turn over. Right, who else did we look at this evening? Okay, put Tony Maudsley and Simon Gregson. How much of a similarity do they have? Simon Gregson. And who is the other one? Someone Maudsley, I believe. Hang on. Tony Maudsley is the actor's name. Right. Can anyone see Steve McDonald in this guy? Or is it just me? Am I the only one that's catching that? Seeing that similarity? Hang on. Ideally see him like now, later on in life. Okay. It's in the eyes, really, more than anything, as far as I'm concerned. He does look ridiculously like Gregson. I want to get a better picture. Yeah, are we seeing it? Are we feeling it? Same blue eyes, basically. And they've also... Yeah, actually, Steve has changed quite drastically over the years. I mean, that looks like a different person altogether, to be honest. Is that really him? Tony Maudsley. 5 years ago, he looked, completely different 5 years ago than he does now. Which I find hard to believe, but who knows? Perhaps it was a different actor playing the role. He's got those quite distinctive ears. Identifiers, I call them. Right, we'll just check his... We'll check his IMDb page to see when he got into acting. Let's see. Apparently Wikipedia also well, he's clearly gay, and well, he plays the characters of gay people. Yeah, I believe Simon Gregson has been in Coronation Street all his life, pretty much. Well, I say all his life, all his adult life anyway. So perhaps he won't have crossed over with many things. Oh, my computer's slowing down, unfortunately. Which is a shame, but it should start loading in a minute, hopefully. Right, Simon Gregson, born in 1974. I would think they would make this guy older, but maybe 1968. So 6 years in it. Kirkby in Liverpool. Where did Gregson grow up? Withamshaw in Manchester. He got into acting 1999. I do vaguely remember him coming into it, actually, or was it 89? Perhaps he left for a bit or something. No, it looks like, well, he was definitely in it earlier than that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I would say it was about 1989 he's been in it for since. He's 5'10.5". How tall is Tony Maudsley? Are we going to get that sort of information? Not that I particularly believe the heights they give us about them. No, they're not telling us how tall he is. Right, as I've got his picture up, the next one we're going to look at is this one, Delroy Atkinson. Do I really believe this? And this guy is played by, it could be played by the same person as plays Phil Mitchell. Ultimately, you'd probably have to make your own call on that one. Let's see when he first got into acting. 1988. And how old is? And he's 5'7 3/4, compared to Delroy, who is. It's annoying they don't give us that sort of information, unfortunately. Maybe I'll have to go to Wikipedia for it. Right, he got into acting 10 years after Steve. Steve McFadden, 1998. Been in The Bill. Let's see if anything else jumps out. Holby City. Whereas McFadden has been in Minder, The Bill. 1989. Steve McFadden was in The Bill. Whereas Delroy Atkinson was in it. Let's see. Where's his credit in The Bill? Oh, it says 2000, right. It's quite a gap. Yeah, for me, okay, I do believe you could probably dress the same person up to play Phil as you could to play this black guy, Delroy. Changing the colour of someone's skin is no big deal, I don't think, for like a good makeup department. I don't know if you ever remember Facejacker. I'll just the program Facejacker. It's an Asian guy playing the role, and obviously they've not tried that hard to make him look convincing. Yeah, these are all the same people. I mean, yeah, you've got a white guy. He plays a black person, like an Asian guy. All these are all played by the same person and could And it sort of just shows how easily they can do these things. And some of the people we see do look very much like they've got rubber masks on. Okay, so let's have a look at this guy. And then we'll go and look at a picture of, I don't know, Delroy or whatever. Or Steve McFadden. NR says, Charlotte Jordan's face looks like a mask. Yes, you're absolutely right. What's going on? Sorry, just have to wait for my computer to get a wriggle on because it's taking its time. Right, we're going to get... No. Yeah, Charlotte Jordan. Steve McFadden as well. Yeah, as did that guy... I forget the names. My memory's terrible. Right, we'll look at a couple of the other people who were in Twisted Pairs. Yeah, for me, Abby, Sally Carman, and Georgia Taylor are so blatant. It's unreal. Sally Carman and... Right, hang on. Sally Carman, who's the other one? Oh, I forget the names instantly, it seems. Georgia Taylor. Alright, we'll get some pictures up of these two. Georgia Taylor is supposed to be in a relationship with another Coronation Street actor. That, for one thing, looks absolutely nothing like her. I guess it could be, possibly. But here, I think she looked ridiculously like Georgia Taylor. Like, more so than she does sort of nowadays. So it's not a great picture, but yeah, they just look like sisters, you know. Their faces are the same. Hair, in certain circumstances, the hair looks identical. And yeah, for me, it's a surprise that more people... Oh, sorry, are you not seeing that? Let me just double check. Yep, you are. Looks like there might be a bit of a delay on screen. Right. Who else did we look at? Let me just check. Right, the other people... Yeah, it was Mark Hussein and Paddy Beaver. Right, this is the last two that we'll look at. Oh, I'll tell you what, we will do a quick look on IMDb or maybe Wikipedia, as I expect they've got everything from their heights to their shoe size. And of course, they've all got Wikipedia pages. That's a given. Born 1981, whereas Georgia Taylor was born 1980, so a year in it. Are they going to tell us their height? Right, got into acting in... Well, this is all back to front. Who is this? This is Toya. So she's been in Coronation Street, yeah, since 1997. She went off and did The Royal, The Afternoon Play, Life on Mars. What about Sally, who plays... No, not giving us her credits. That's good, isn't it? Okay, maybe we do need to go on to IMDb for this one at the very least. Unless this is another person that just happened to walk on into the studios one day and they gave her a job. Okay, she's been in... Oh, what did we say Georgia had been in? The Royal. Am I right in thinking I saw The Royal on this person? No. City Central, Bomber, Linda Green, Holby City, The Royal, yeah. So they were both on The Royal. 2007 for Sally. And... am I talking rubbish? Right. Yeah, The Royal, 2004 for Georgia Taylor, who plays Toya. Maybe going on to this. Okay, yeah, we're going to start winding down soon as it is getting on for 10 p.m. and we have been going since 8, or well, 8:15. Wow, I've just seen a terrible picture of Georgia Taylor. I just want to share it. Can anyone see what I'm seeing here? Look at, maybe they've stretched it out, but look at that one. Look at those great big wide shoulders. That surely isn't, you know, that's the sort of thing you would expect to see at drag hour story time or whatever. Because, yeah, something's way off the mark there. Right, it was the two lads, wasn't it? Mark Hussein and Paddy Beaver, or Bever, whatever it's called. As I've said with these two before, I thought it was Mark Hussein, actor. No, obviously not Mark. What's his real name? Hang on. Yeah, Mark Hussein. I'll just put Adi Alahan then. Or have I misspelled it? No. They've immediately sent me to Mark Huisman, so he's obviously not a huge actor, a vastly well-known actor. Who was the other one? Paddy Bever. Nope, can't get a picture of him. Well, this is him here. But we're not going to find a picture of the Coronation Street actor, I don't think. Unless we specifically put the word Coronation Street in it. I'll tell you what. Adi Alahan. We'll just stick with the characters. Yeah. Both playing child characters. This guy, Adi, and this guy, Max, they replaced both the actors quite quickly. Around about the same time. Hang on. If I put Max Taylor. The thing is, the original Max was... yeah, looked like... I mean, is that not a girl? Can no one else see? That's blatantly not a boy staring back at them. Anyway, here's the more modern one. Okay, that's maybe not the best image of him. Let's see if we can get a better one. Oh. Yeah, they both got replaced around the same time. And I can see it. Slightly different skin tones, but it doesn't fool me. Okay, oh, Susan's saying good night. Susan, thanks ever so much for joining us, and congratulations for finishing joint top in our games night. NR says Charlotte, Jordan, and Julia Goulding do have their own Instagram accounts. Yeah, well, we've got time to have a look at that before we finish. That's the thing. These Instagram accounts often would have us believe that they look identical to their characters that on screen. I've said it before, almost like Coronation Street do not even have a makeup department. And who was the other one? Right, Charlotte was the other one, wasn't it? Right, Insta. There we go. Yeah, for me, yeah. Was it this one you said looked like they were wearing a rubber mask? Yeah, how you cannot... That, for me, that person's face looks very much like a rubber mask. At least so, I will say, at least they look marginally different to their character on Coronation Street, although not very much. They would have you believe that they don't wear any they have exactly the same makeup as their characters. Oh, that's interesting. They've shown themselves with black skin on this one. Assuming that is meant to be them. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, this one also has very large square features. Yeah, very manly features actually. Really wide shoulders. Oh, she was pregnant at one point, was she? Oh, because apparently she did leave for a bit. My baby shower, wow, they look like they're having a whale of a time. A year ago, I would be curious to see this person's pregnancy pictures, because no doubt they plastered them on Instagram. There's two of the actors that featured in our Twisted Pairs game this evening. Right. Yeah, who knows what the reality is with some of these people. We know they've got stand-ins. They've got... Oh, she went to a gay pride festival. What a surprise. What a surprise. Right, I want to see her baby pictures. Or is this one of the rare celebrities who have got an Instagram account and they don't share every last detail about their pregnancy? I'm not sure. How long ago was this one? Wow, 2014. That does go back a long way. Barely changed a bit though. Can hardly see any difference. But for play, they have not absolutely plastered Instagram with pictures of their baby. So maybe that'll be one for the future on this person. Yeah, look at those shoulders. Very wide. Yeah, somewhat seriously doesn't look right about this one to me. But hey ho. Yeah, they also got featured. My goodness, look at that. For one, it looks nothing like the actor, and for another, look how big and square that jaw is Can they seriously pass that off, in all honesty, as a man? Perhaps that's why there's no images of her babies, because it's just too unrealistic. People just wouldn't buy it. I wonder what cathedral that is. Westminster Abbey. Okay. Oh, there she is on a... Here she is pregnant. Brilliant. They did share some pictures. Not sure why I stood on a tree stump, but there you go. That was a while back. That was 2019. Who's she trying to convince with I'm Julia? Amsterdam Pride. Bump's first Pride, yeah, I bet. No surprise to see these people getting involved in this sort of crap. Oh, and of course I bet she's put a link to where they got the prams from. Or there'll be some sort of promotion going on, I would have thought. Or are they going to surprise me again? Here are their baby pictures, supposedly. Well, that's meant to be her mother. Okay. Yeah, they're pushing it a bit, expecting us to believe that's a female, surely. Am I right in thinking that these black squares, where they've literally just put a, Blackout Tuesday, that's some... So they're also getting behind George Floyd and that rubbish. Because, of course, if you're not aware, the George Floyd murder was completely staged. Gonna see a balancing on one foot. Almost. Oh, here they get the promotions in. Advertising makeup artists and all that lot. Okay. Right, with that, I think I'm gonna start winding down for tonight. But I would like to thank all you guys who have taken the time to tune in. Particularly NR, Mudlark Digging at the Thames, Susan Byrne. And I think that's everyone that's commented tonight. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in and taking part in my first attempt at a games night. I haven't done a quiz night for a long time, so I thought I'd try a games night. So thanks ever so much. I would also like to thank Linda Mac for supporting me over on Patreon, and I'd also invite anyone that would like to support this channel to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not already, and share it on social media if you feel that way inclined. Right, do we want to play out? I often play out like with one of my old videos. What have I got lined up for tonight? Let's just see out of interest. What would it have been last week? Oh. Play out with Deb James II. No, you watched that last week. We could maybe watch the last part of my video that got took down. Although it does go on for quite a while. So if you're able to sit through it all, if not, I totally understand. Let's see, how much have we got left to watch? 24 more minutes, I think. Yeah, maybe. As it got removed by YouTube. Hopefully nothing that is up there now is still offensive. I will crop this little bit off the end of the actual final live stream. Okay. Yes, I will be back next week. Let me put my audio on. Yeah. All being well, I'll be back next Sunday with another live stream. And yeah, I want to thank everyone who took the time to tune in tonight. We will be signing out with, basically the next 20 odd minutes will be the live stream that got taken down, an edited version. If you want to stick around to the end of that, great. If not, I totally understand. Okay, good night everyone, and I'll see you soon. Let me just check actually one thing. My audio's... Well, there's... Right guys, I'm gonna mute myself and then start up my audio from last week. Sorry, what am I about? I'm going to start playing my video from on 153 News. The link will be in the description. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight, and have a wonderful week. Good night. Take care.